is 126. The competition teams are forming. I think the people on the CPTC team have already been contacted, and a lot of students wanted to also do NCL. CPTC has a small team, and they all have to be full-time students. There's a bunch of other irritating requirements, and I think most of those slots are full, although there might be some room for alternates, so you might want to apply, email Liz to apply for that. But the National Cyber League is open to almost anybody. It looks like maybe you have to take at least one class of CCSF, but no more than that is a requirement. And you just fill out this form, and a lot of people can do that. I think you just compete as individuals in this one. And it's lower level too, and my impression is it's mostly at like the Security Plus level, or perhaps at the CNET 123 level. CPTC is more advanced. You're looking for alternate members. Okay, good, yeah. So if you want to be an alternate member for CPTC, email Liz, and just fill out this form if you want to be in the NCL, and there's a deadline. Thought I put it on this page, but somehow it's not there. I think the deadline is October 7th, I'll add it. So you have to do it in the next week or so if you want to get into NCL. Either of them, I think. I think they're both facing deadlines pretty soon. So be aware of that. And we're here at 126, and the only thing I'm going to do today is demonstrate a bunch of projects, because the demonstrations are not keeping up with the due dates. So to catch up, I'm going to do a bunch of them. And the first one is 122. 122, a lot of students, or several students emailed me saying they're having trouble with 122. I see a question, what do they do usually, but I don't know what you're referring to. What's that?
Is the guy talking about contest competition?
Yeah, I'm talking about the competition. Yeah, CPTC is a competition where the students play the role of a penetration testing team that's hired to do a penetration test on a company, something like a hospital or something, and then you have to report it. And you have to write up a report, write up a proposal proposing to serve, answer a request for a proposal, explaining what you're going to do. Then they hire you. Then you go to on-site, which is going to be at Stanford, and you have 24 or 36 hours or something to do a penetration test hacking into the system, and then you file a written report and you present it. It's extremely good experience, but it's beyond all our classes, and it's restricted in many ways, so only a small number of students get to participate in it. But it's very good, and the people that do it usually sail right into valuable jobs. Yeah. A lot of people are not full-timers and have other problems qualifying for it. Anyway, let's take a look at 122. All right, so 122, what I got is several people said, this is the one where I just go talking about how the header works and how to understand all the pieces of the header. And some students said they were just stuck and didn't know how to solve 122.2. But last week, a student showed me a much easier way to do it than how I originally did it. Now, the original plan I had for this project, which is what I did, is that you have to open it in PE view and then look at all these header fields and figure out which one is wrong, which is pretty hard to do and requires quite a lot of study of these header fields. And then you go into HXD and manually patch the binary to fix the problem. But what a student pointed out to me is it is much easier to do with CFF Explorer. So this one here, for example, PE flag H, I've already downloaded it. So let me launch CFF Explorer. There it is. And so if I open that thing, which would be in the downloads folder, PE flag H. Yep. All right, now, this is awesome. This shows you the same information, the headers, and if you just click through these options, if something is wrong, it will just turn red and make it incredibly obvious that it's wrong. So, maybe I'll have to scroll down to find it. One of these early ones has something wrong. All I did was take files and break them by changing something in the header. To see if you can find it, and there. It tells you right here, this one is wrong, it has an FF in it. You might guess it should be 0. You could just try filling it with 0, or you could open a clean file, like one you compiled that you know is good, and see what's there. So this makes it incredibly easy to spot what's wrong with the header. And you can actually patch it right here too. You can modify it. Like if you wanted to change that to 0, you can just edit it here. And then you can save it here. So it's bloody awesome. Save as P flag H fixed. So that's pretty awesome. That's the easy way to do it. And that's what I wanted to show you about 122. So let me stop this one.